Fantastic. All right. Let's go ahead and get things started. What we're going to do is kind of go over some parts of the guitar. Obviously, it's very important that we know what these parts are. If you already know, that's great. Bear with us, and I'm just going to start from A to Z and just go through as many specifications as I can about guitars. So, starting off with a headstock. This whole section here is called the headstock. Typically, a logo is put somewhere on the face of the headstock. This happens to be 6 inline tuning keys that are used on this setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have the tuner knob, which is here, tuner post, and then on each post is a small hole to insert your strings. String setup would be E, A, D, G, B, and E. Headstock shapes can be a variety of shapes. If you just think about the different companies that you may own their guitars, and you'll begin to recognize mentally what their headstocks look like. So in the custom realm of building, we like to design our own. So this is one of my designs here that I use on this particular model. Right here we have the string nut. There are 6 slots that are cut. We'll go more into depth on that at an angle, pretty much angled down towards the very tip of the headstock. You want the string to leave from the pinnacle point, which is right about here. They could be made of brass, bone, aluminum, graphite, combination of either or. So, there's a lot of different options you can go with. So here we have the beginning of the fingerboard. You can see this rosewood fingerboard, and on the fingerboard we have frets. These are called frets. Let's go ahead and move this over a little bit so we can see position markers. And they also could be a variety of shapes. White mother of pearl, plastic, black, it could be abalone. And their sizes and specs, well, that's a custom thing. You can do a 1/4 inch dot. You can do a block of white mother of pearl, which pretty much covers a large portion in between the frets. Typically they start with the G position, but I've seen them start in the F position here. And on this particular guitar, this is a 25.5 inch scale. And let me pull this back and let's see if we can get a better shot. Yeah. We have position markers in these locations here, 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 12th position or octave, here, 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 and here. Typically on the 12th position you can use a setup using 2 dots, 2 triangular shapes, or just mark it with 1. It just depends on your total design. There are also side position markers. As you can see here, 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 and wherever there's a face dot, position dot, there'll be a side dot marker as well. There's a truss rod internal on the neck. Truss rod. It happens to adjust from the base of the neck, which is right here. Some adjusts from the top of the headstock, which would be about right here. Once again, it's a design specification that you want to go with. The fingerboard is laminated onto the back of the neck, which could be a variety of different woods, which we'll get into later. Let's look at the body. This particular design has a painted on binding. The body is 1 3/4 inch thick. We are utilizing 2 humbucker pickups. Humbucking pickups. It's basically 2 coils. These are the humbucking slots that accommodate this type of a humbucking pickup, which is 2 coils. These coils have pole pieces, which can be flat bar. They could be adjustable screws. It could have a straight bar across the length here. On this type of a pickup, there's a magnet that's on the inside of the humbucker. We're not going to get into extreme detail on pickups right now. Maybe later on in future videos we will. But here's our humbucking slots. There's our truss rod adjusting slot. Inside the humbucking slot we have larger holes routed here to accommodate the pickup flanges, tabs, whatever you want to call them. We'll get into dimensions on humbucking routing slots at a later video. Right now I just basically want to identify some of the parts here. Here's the back of the humbucking pickup. You have adjusting screws here and here, right and left side of the pickup to raise and lower the adjustment of this pickup in the guitar. The pickup is put into place via a mounting ring, which comes in a variety of different colors. You can have cream, brass, chrome, black. But this is one sample of the type of pickups that are used on guitars. Some guitars just use, instead of a double coil, they use a single coil, which is just one of these coils here. And like I said, we'll get into that a little later on. Here we have our tremolo bridge. This happens to be a 2-post tremolo bridge. A tremolo arm will go here. You have your string height adjustment screws here. These are called bridge saddles. This is a bridge plate, tremolo arm hole. Intonation set screws, which have a spring, which allows this saddle to stay in place, and it will either be pushed forward or pulled backward, depending on how you set your intonation. These are your potentiometer knobs here. They're called dome knobs. So you have your volume control. This would be volume control front pickup, volume control rear pickup, tone, rear, tone. I'm sorry. This would be tone, front, tone, rear. Here we have a selector switch. It's a 3-position selector switch. A variety of companies make these, and they're put into a cavity that's routed in the back. I'll turn the guitar over so we can see the cover plate at least. But this is a 3-way toggle switch with a cream or white toggle switch knob. This surround here, they come in black, They come in cream. You know, just a variety of different. This happens to be stainless steel. What it is, I found a source of large washers that are the perfect diameters, both to accommodate the half-inch hole for the switch and to cover the hole that's drilled. But this toggle switch, it will direct which pickup you're going to use, a front pickup or the rear pickup, or both. So we have rear pickup, both pickups in the middle, up position would be front pickup. These are basically called potentiometers, or pots for short, but they're basically a variable resistor. And we'll get into electronics and discuss that a little further. On the side here, on the back side, you'll see the strap button, which is located here. And then, of course, the output jack. This happens to be a chrome-plated football jack. These jack plates come in a variety of shapes and sizes, and also the materials that are used for them. Most of these parts that I've showed you are just an example of one available type part, but they all come in different materials, different colors, whether they be chrome, anodized black, anodized gold. You'll find that in building a guitar, when you look up guitar parts or accessories, you'll find a variety of different availabilities, and it's almost like the sky's the limit. So this makes customizing a guitar pretty unique. Let's flip this over. Okay, here's the back of the guitar, and as you can see, I have cover plates. This is a large cover plate that covers the tremolo cavity. This is where we have 3 to 5 springs, tremolo springs. The tremolo block is in here. There's a claw that holds the ends of the springs, and that's adjustable by 2 wood screws that go into the body. There is a cavity here. There's a cavity here for the block and the tremolo bridge that goes all the way through the body. When we build a body, we'll get more into that. And there's another cavity here for those 4 potentiometers. I just decided on this case to make a large plate to cover everything. This is your toggle switch slot and cover plate here. What I've used is white vinyl. So once again, I mean, you'll find these in different materials. They could be stainless steel, they can be aluminum, anodized aluminum, black plastic, cream plastic, tortoiseshell plastic. I mean, it's just, there's such a variety to choose from of materials. Okay, here we have, this happens to be a set neck. Let me turn this around. Yeah! Let's put personality on the guitar. Okay, here we have the neck position where it is glued into the body. If I took the paint off here, you would see how the body extended out, and then I just contoured and made it easy accessible for the guitarist. It's sort of blended in. It flows in this way, and it flows in this way, and it flows in up like this. And it's very comfortable. These necks can be bolted on, set in, or they can run necks through the body. This whole neck is maple that's laminated and glued all the way through the body. Necks can be made of mahogany, a lot of different exotic woods, flame maple, bird's eye. And I've just seen so many different types of woods. But this is just a basic overview of some of the parts of the guitar. You can see the binding. Now this binding looks good from a distance, but if you look real closely, it's painted. I put some 1/4-inch tape, painted the whole guitar gold, and underneath this was painted white, and so that's what you end up seeing. This is a gold metallic high gloss polyester finish on it. And let's look at the back of the headstock. So you can see, bear with me as I move this. Okay. This is the back part of the tuners. These happen to be a 6-inline chrome tuner, and they feel really good. I mean, like I say, there's varieties that are just, I mean, you can spend a small amount, a medium amount, or a large amount of money, and you kind of get what you pay for in terms of all these parts. That's pretty much the way it works anywhere in this world. But you can see where I've contoured right here and right here, but this is a 25-inch scale. It's sort of a medium fill, six inline tuners, and this has been painted, the complete guitar has been painted this metallic gold. So I wanted to start off with this first video and just kind of name some of the parts. You know, I may have missed a few, but you know, I'm just hoping that some of you or most of you could just look up all these specifications online, and it'll give it in detail. Like each company has a spreadsheet of what they sell and how they're made and what kind of parts are used in it and so forth. These tuners, 6-inline tuners, have one set screw per tuner. There's a certain gear ratio that they use, which at the moment I don't know what these are. Okay, I'll show you. The screws that hold these plates down, they're just a chrome pickguard screw. And once again, there's such a variety of different, you can get gold, black, chrome, stainless steel. So let's just, what else? The type of guitar that these video series are going to be about, I'm not quite sure what design I'm going to use. I'm not sure if it's going to be neck through, set neck, or bolt-on. Bolt-on usually accommodates 4 screws in the back, 3 screws in the back, or they've got some other newer variety of ways of fastening the neck to the body. They're always coming up with something new. You can see these holes here that were drilled for the pickup cables that run to the cavity where the controls are. We'll get into the electronics, the wiring. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. But typically, in the electronics, you have a common ground, and then you have leads running from the pickups going to your variable resistors and then to the output. The switch is just like in between, which directs the flow of the signal. So, you know, just a basic overview of parts for a guitar. And I could put like 20 different guitars on here, and there'll be all these. Basically, it's going to be the same, but there's going to be some variations. You're going to have your tuners, your bridge, your potentiometers, your knobs, switching. You're going to have strap buttons. You're going to have a body. You're going to have a neck, and you're going to have a headstock. You're going to have a nut. You're going to have bridge saddles. It's all pretty basic and relative. So to learn more about this, you can go online and get more in depth on what is available, and look up all the different brands of guitars, and then just kind of look at photographs of the guitars, and you're basically going to see what I just spoke about here. Like I say, there will be some variances, but that's just the nature of the beast for this type of business. What companies try to do is create their own identity in shape, parts used, circuit design. You know, it's just endless, etc., etc. So, with that being said, my name is Karl Sandoval. I'm a luthier, a master luthier artist, and I'm going to have a series of custom guitar building, and hopefully I'll go through. My plan is to go through from the tip of the guitar to the end of the guitar, from A to Z, all the different specification and aspects of building a typical guitar. Some things might be left out. Like I say, there's a lot of variables, but you will learn and get enough information to develop skills to get you set on your way. So I'd like to just ask you, If you feel generous enough to supply me and give me a donation, I would greatly appreciate it. This will help keep these videos going. You know, time is money, and it does take a long time to get these videos filmed and then edited and placed on the various channels that I have. All my videos presently will be going on YouTube. I am working on a Patreon channel, which is a subscription channel. It's just hosts a bunch of videos, but you subscribe to that monthly and you pay a fee monthly. But presently, I'm just asking for, you know, whatever you feel like donating to the cause of all the time and effort and all that I've learned through my career. I've been doing this since 1974, 75. So there's a lot of do's and don'ts and mistakes and a lot of things that I have experienced and gone through in custom guitar building. So I'll be able to share a lot with you, and it's a small price to pay, some donations here and there from my viewers to help pay for all that's going on here. I greatly appreciate it. You can use my PayPal account, which is carl@karlsandoval.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And what I'll do is I'll post my call letters for getting on my Instagram and Facebook and YouTube channel. I mean, you know, that way you have the ability to see what I do and to contact me. You can always use my email address to send me an email if you have any questions, but I'll try to be as thorough as I can and just give up as much information as I can remember as I'm going along. And you know, it's crazy, as you go through each step of building the guitar, things come to mind, and I'll be able to share a lot more than I have right now. This is just an introduction of a series of videos that will be coming out on guitar fabrication. I just wanted to point out some of the parts that will be used and that are on a guitar, electric guitar. Some of these steps that I teach you, you can use on acoustic as well, especially in the setup area. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy these videos. There will be more to come. So I look forward to working with everybody, and I hope that these videos are exciting and inspiring to you and help you get yourself started in building guitars. If I can do it, you can do it. Just have to put your mind to it, and you have to have a strong will in heart to get to that point you want to be, and ultimately that's being able to build your own custom guitar. Once you do that, you'll be able to set up, repair from that point on any guitar that you own. And I know some of you own like more than one, 5, 10, 15 guitars, some even more. So we'll be covering a lot. We'll be covering woodworking, finishing, electronics, parts selection, design techniques, scaling, fretwork, inlay work, assembly work, I mean, intonation, setting the truss. I mean, there is so much to building a guitar, and it can be very time consuming. And one thing you got to remember, if you can do it exactly, that's equal to what's on the market nowadays or better, you'll be doing fine, and that should be your goal. All right, thank you so much. Karl Sandoval signing off. Have a blessed day.